With my work, I want to create pieces that engage community together and allow us to really celebrate something positive. And I love seeing how the action of crocheting connects people together. I'm Olek, I'm an artist, and crochet is my technique. I was raised in a communist Poland with very limited access to any culture and any public art. In 2000, I came to New York. I was 22. I had a backpack full of dreams, like no money, and I was asked to design a costume for a dancer. I couldn't afford buying a sewing machine, so I came up with the idea of using the crochet hook to connect fabric together. And after this was like explosion. I was crocheting gigantic installation right away. Crocheting is a process of making fabric with one continuous loop. I travel around the world. Every time I go, all my projects somehow relate to the community I'm working with. Our pink house is the project I created in Avesta in Sweden. This town accepted a lot of refugees from Syria and Ukraine. In India, we were crocheting a new skin for homeless shelter. Probably most people know my work because of the Wall Street Bull. I crocheted pink camouflage as the response to the recent market crash that happened in 2008. Currently, I'm working on a project all across the USA. I want to create a mural in every state that portrays women that change American history. I always create squares or rectangles sometimes, and then when I have enough pieces, I crochet piece by piece together with the help of the local people who want to be part of this action. So first I touch this, I go through this, and then just go on a leaf and install it. People want to be part of something, and I love seeing that hunger that people have to create something so positive. It's not just the image, but the power that every single loop is made by somebody's hand.
Cross stitch for rappers? Are you joking? I'm an anomaly in this scene for sure. I'm Emma McKee and I'm a cross stitch artist. I create custom one-of-a-kind cross stitch jackets for Chicago's creative class. Cross stitch is an antiquated form of stitching traditionally done by your grandma. I fell backwards into it. I made a present for my mom a couple years ago, so I taught myself how to cross stitch. It came very naturally to me, and so I decided to do more. I felt compelled to do it, but I didn't know what to do it for. And then the obvious connection was, well, I'll do it for the things that inspire me. And the things that I loved were art and poetry and music. Chance the Rapper is like the prince of Chicago, you know? He's Chicago royalty. Chance is one of my favorite rappers, and so I made this jacket. It was a 3 jacket. It was Chance's 3. I was like, okay, I'll put this on Twitter. We'll see what this does. Like 30 seconds later, Chance the Rapper has followed you. Chance the Rapper has sent you a DM. And he's like, yo, how do I get this? And I was like, any way you want, Chance. And he wore it on the cover of Billboard, and that was kind of like how it started. This is for an artist named Mick Jenkins. It's a heart. I've made something like 135 pieces in the last 4 years. Some of the people I've made stuff for: SZA, Major Lazer, Chance the Rapper, Vic Mensa, Mos Def, Joey Purp, Kendrick Lamar. Oh yeah, Lil Yachty, of course. How could I forget about Lil Yachty? But the majority of them are worn by people who are not famous. A lot of the people I make stuff for in Chicago wear their stuff every day, live in the things. Cross stitch is just a cross stitch, it's just a square. You basically take an image and you pixelate the hell out of it. So you map out a bunch of tiny squares. It takes a very good spatial recognition, a lot of patience, and you cannot mess it up. My inspiration usually will come complete, finished, everything from a person. It arrives in my head fully formed, and that's it. I have no idea how we get there. I don't sit around and think about it for somebody. Like, the way that I'm able to make something for somebody is if it is there. I have to go out to the suburbs to buy my thread. It's all specialty. I spend an ungodly amount of money on thread. It would freak you out. I always say like the median amount of time in a jacket is anywhere from like 50 to 60 hours. When you're done, then you get to pull the graph out, and then you get to see what it looks like when it's finished. People call what's happening in Chicago a renaissance. We have art and we have music and we have all these people making positive changes, all these people making incredible, incredible stuff. I have a team that oscillates anywhere from like 7 to 14 people, and they're all artists. They're all other Chicago artists. We do these big photo shoots with people. It's like really the only way that I catalog anything is by having pictures of it. I like those a lot. The giving away part is the best part. To see something that you've made affect somebody in what seems to be a meaningful way is a pretty emotional thing. The goal with the cross-stitch jackets was never to sell them or to make money off of them. It's truly, truly a passion project. I'm not Gucci, I'm just, I'm Stitch Gawd.